Hello everyone, and a huge warm welcome back to my channel. It's Saturday when I'm starting this weekend refresh clean with me, and it's going to be over 2 days, as obviously being in my third trimester of this pregnancy, I can honestly not do as much as I used to be able to do pre-pregnancy. So every weekend for me obviously looks different. As for the things I clean, as weekends I try mostly just to be primarily with Kelvin and Harper and just soaking up this time together. But at the same time, obviously chores need doing around the house. So I always wash my bedding once a week, and this is usually done on a weekend because obviously my husband's home and I need him to put the fitted sheet back onto the mattress. I just cannot do it even before being pregnant, so I definitely cannot do it being pregnant. It's just a workout in itself. However, this week I washed the bedding on the Friday, so I don't need to do that this weekend in this weekend reset video, but usually that would be done on weekends, and I'd been wanting to for a couple of weeks dust down and give the surfaces in our bedroom a wipe down, a disinfect. So I'm just going in again with those Pino Clean wipes that I used in my last video. Yeah, as I mentioned, I really love them, love the scent. So yeah, going in again with those in my bedroom. So it just felt so good to sort of refresh everything. I did really want to sort of wipe the windows, clean the windows in here as well, but I sort of didn't have time. I had so much more on my to-do list that I wanted to achieve over this weekend, so I'll just leave them for next time. They'll be there till next time. But yeah, well, I hope you enjoy today's video and sit back. I'd love to know what you're doing whilst you're watching today's video, whether you're cleaning along with me, getting things done, reset, refreshed for the week ahead, or just sitting back with a nice cup of tea and just watching me do all the work.
You got me dancing in your storm, burning everything we know, dressing up as firefighters. You got me dancing in your storm, looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. I know you don't mean to, but you're blocking my view. I know you got issues, but I got my shit too. I don't wanna be your therapy no more, no more. You don't wanna hear this, but it's you, it's not me. Ooh, gotta go and grab a spoon now. Ooh, make a life for myself. Ooh, I don't know what I'ma do now. Ooh, but I don't need your help. Get out of my way, I'm moving on up.
When I wash my bedding every weekend, I love to put it back on because it's obviously at its freshest. It's been washed that day. It smells lovely, clean and fresh. Whereas though if you put it sort of back in the cupboard and get another one that's sort of been sitting in there in the linen closet. But I'd love to know, do you wash your bedding on that day and then put it back on obviously when it's dried, or do you get another one out of the linen closet?
When you know yourself well, somewhere down the sweet line. When I do things for me, 'cause I don't wanna be your therapy, I wanna be free. So, ooh, gotta go and grab a spoon now. Ooh, make a life for myself. Ooh, I don't know what I'ma do now. Ooh, but I don't need your help. Get out of my way, my
And now obviously vacuuming the room wouldn't be complete if I didn't run over with my Dyson vacuum. And I've been noticing the last couple of weeks my Dyson isn't holding its charge like it obviously originally was. So I ended up phoning up Dyson, and I was so relieved because the woman was sort of like, oh, it's a bit out of the warranty time. However, look, I'm going to send you a new battery free of charge. And I was so thankful. Sure, I've had this for 2 years or more, this Dyson vacuum, and the same sort of thing happened with my Dyson prior to this. The batteries go in them, but I just continue to go back to the Dyson because I just love them so much. But yeah, so I was so thankful she ended up just, you know, saying that she's going to send me out a battery free of charge. So that's great, because I think it was my mum that told me even to buy just the replacement batteries, you know, not even the whole vacuum, just the batteries. It was like $100 and something. So yeah, I was so grateful that she just ended up saying she'll send me out a new battery. So very, very pleased I phoned up, and it just goes to show that, yeah, just call up and see what's, you know, what they can do for you. So anyway, now we're on to the ironing. Now I say this every time, but the whole time I'm ironing, I'm just like, is this over yet? It's the worst job for me ever. Yeah, like if I had nothing else to do and just had ironing to do on a set day, yeah, that'd be fine. But because obviously you've got a huge to-do list, you've got numerous things to do, ironing is just one of those things that you just wish you could speed it up and go as fast in real life as I can in my videos. And this is a sort of task that I would only ever do in sped up motion, because that would be so boring. Okay, now if you're an original here on my channel and you're one of my beautiful subscribers that come back time and time again, I just want to give you a huge shout out and just say how grateful and thankful I am for you being here and for all your support. But yeah, on the other hand, if you're an original, you know how much love I give my cooktop here in my kitchen. It's just one of those things, like I always say, it's like the big eyesore in the kitchen. You walk in and you just see it. Well, I do. It's something that I look at, and when it needs attention, it really plays on my mind, obviously, until I've gave it a good clean and it's nice and clean and shiny and yeah, ready to be used again. And it does not take long. It's amazing how quickly the cooktop gets, you know, splatters and spills, everything on it. So I did this obviously on the weekend, on Saturday, and then by the Tuesday, you know, you could almost clean it again. Well, that's me anyway. And I'm the sort of person that I don't like to let things go for weeks and weeks. I just think it's easier to stay on top of things, you know, obviously when you can. I know life gets busy and sometimes it gets away from us, but yeah, I'm just a huge believer on staying on top of things. Obviously, for one, they're easier to clean, and two, I don't mind to do them, but I do love to save things like this for my videos, to hopefully bring motivation and inspire everyone who watches my videos. So obviously you need it to be not spotless, because nobody wants you to clean something that's already clean. So yeah, but it takes all my might for me to leave my cooktop. Say if I'm planning a video, I try and leave it to throw into the video. But yeah, so today I'm actually cleaning sort of the, I don't know what you call them, but the black bits that sit on the cooktop. So I'm cleaning them. Usually I just might give them a quick wipe over if I actually even clean them at all. Not every time I clean them, but this time I think I sort of felt they needed a thorough deep cleaning. So I'm just throwing them in some hot soapy water here and just giving them a wipe over, and then I'm going to rinse all the soap suds off afterwards. But yeah, just every now and then I like to do this just to give them that deeper clean, or I put them in the dishwasher. That's another way I like to clean these as well. If I've got the dishwasher set to go on and I've got room, I'll just throw them in there. Otherwise I'll wash them like this.
I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be around you. He looks at me like I know what he's thinking, but I don't have a clue. True talent in avoiding conversation, yeah, it's almost rather cruel. Oh, I know he got me good in his pocket. I know that I'm just a treat. Well, the taste is better. Oh, go on, chewing my bones, and when he's done, he's spitting me out. I just can't help myself. One for the pain, no hesitation. Took us again, nothing can save us, yeah. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be free for the night, all in or nothing, not gonna stop.
So this is all pretty well that I ended up getting done on this Saturday. So the next part you're going to see is obviously Sunday, as I'll be looking completely different again. So yeah, I'm going to finish up the majority of stuff on Sunday, because in all fairness I didn't sort of start this till later in the morning. Usually I'd like to start my refreshes when I'm going to do them earlier in the morning, get them done nice and early. I can obviously fit way more in when starting early. So now we're going to go on to Sunday and get the rest of this refresh done, ready for the week ahead.
Smokes in the morning. One for the pain, no hesitation.
So now on the Sunday, it's sort of, I do more, like, well, this weekend I am anyway. Every weekend's obviously different, but I'm just wiping down my vanity and cleaning my toilet here in my ensuite, because the shower, Kelvin did it for me not that long ago, so that was great, because I honestly can't at this stage now. In pregnancy I can't, it's just such a mission, and I feel like I could do it, like I think Kelvin cleaned it once in our old place when I was pregnant with Harper, and then the rest of the time I did it. I didn't feel it as such a struggle as I'm experiencing in this my third pregnancy. So yeah, just sort of giving the vanity a quick freshen up, and obviously the mirror, and then just the toilet, giving that a refresh as well.
Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know.
This video I had planned to be up a lot earlier than when you're all seeing it. However, the past week I've had Harper home again from daycare, unfortunately unwell. Now next week she starts a new daycare on the Thursday, and I really truly can't wait. Now I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not putting it all on the daycare that she's at now, which she's been at for the past 4 or so months, but it just feels like since she's, you know, stepped foot in this daycare, I know it's inevitable a lot of the time with kids and sickness and, you know, the way the world is at the minute. But yeah, I just feel like she has been hit with everything, and I'm just really hoping that the change of daycare, that might settle down a bit, because, and like for this whole pregnancy, I feel like I've sort of been not well, like sort of just, you know, colds, flus, things like that. Obviously that Harper's picked up and brought home, but yeah, I'm just really praying that things turn around, especially for Harper, because it's just horrible seeing kids unwell and not themselves. But yeah, so fingers crossed for that.
There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. We keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, down, down. Baby going down, 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 down. And I thought it's time I'm letting you go.
Now, as far as the cleaning of the tub goes today, I'm using my Pink Stuff paste, just to get sort of like scuff marks and that off the tub where toys have obviously been thrown around or whatnot. And then I'm just going to sort of go in now with my Pino Clean, just as sort of like disinfectant part, because obviously I don't think the Pink Stuff is a disinfectant as such, so I just like to do that, especially sicknesses and everything. So I'm just going in lastly with my Pino Clean. So this main shower here doesn't get used. Obviously Harper's still having baths, she's not up to that stage yet to shower, but it does get dusty, and it did have some water splatters on the other side from when Harper's obviously playing in the bathtub. So I'm just giving the glass in here a wipe over, just with a microfiber cloth and my white vinegar and water that I use as a glass cleaner, and I just find it really it works really well. And I picked up a whole bunch of microfiber cloths from Bunnings a few weeks ago in like a big pack. I can't even think how many you get, maybe like 20 or something, but yeah, very inexpensive, and I'm really loving them. So I think I'll just continue to purchase them from Bunnings from now on, because I really like them and the way that they clean. Now I'm bringing out my good old steam mop that my husband got me a while ago from Target. Now this was only $99, and I think for $99 it's very well, like it works really great. I love it, and my mum's also purchased one as well, and she really likes hers as well. But I'm just sort of doing the main living area here in my video, because and sometimes I do my toilets in my videos, but my husband the next afternoon done the hallway for me, God bless him. But yeah, it's just, I don't see the point in filming because we've got such a long house. So as you walk in the front door, it's sort of hallway, which feels like forever, and then you sort of come down to this area here. So it's really hard to sort of film steam mopping and vacuuming in a long hallway, so I just sort of don't add that. But I really find it very satisfying watching people mop when you can just see the you know, where the mop's been on the floor. But yeah, just really satisfying.
But I'm getting so impatient. Tell me that you're ready now. This room is big enough for two, and I wanna do that something, something that will blow your mind. Do you know the things you do to me? Touch me and I'll make you understand. Yeah. Do you know the things you make me feel? I can show you if you take my hand. I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you. Let me take you under when nobody can see. I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you. Harder than the summer, so put your hands on me. Put your hands on me, on me, on me. Put your hands on me, on me, on me. Put your hands on me, on me, on me. Put your hands on me, on me.
If you have made it this far in today's video, I just want to thank you very, very much. And if you liked this, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. It's completely free to do this and it supports my channel so, so much. And why not share this video with a friend? Maybe inspire them, give them some motivation. And yeah, I just thank you all so very much for being here and supporting my channel.
Paradise, where nothing is a mistake, where we move so flawlessly. Do you know the things you do to me? Touch me and I'll make you understand. Yeah. Do you know the things you make me feel? I can show you if you take my hand. I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you. Let me take you under when nobody can see. I just wanna dance, dance, dance with you.
The last thing I'm going to do is give my plants just a bit of a drink, and that's going to wrap up today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it and you got some motivation. I hope you all have an amazing weekend, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Thanks so very much for watching.
Put your hands on